What the crap going on with my doggone mic? Oh God. Hi everyone.
Hello.
Merry Christmas, side.
Don't
Okay.
push it, Kimber.
Look, I want to
I
say that.
know
Don't
it.
y'all
Not
want to
yet.
say that?
Not ready.
No,
Don't y'all
I'm
want to
not
say
looking
that?
forward.
Merry Christmas.
That's your best
Not
holiday?
ready.
Yes, I mean, well, Thanksgiving I like to eat, you know what I mean? I kind of like save myself for the holidays, in case you put on like a couple pounds and stuff like that because you eat so much. Like, and it's not at just your house. Y'all can relate. It's just
I already put on a
so
couple
many
of
different things going on that you end up eating this pastry and that one, and it ain't really the food, it's the sweet stuff that I long for, because I'm a sweet tooth person. But yeah, I'm just ready for it. And I'm ready for snow
I'm
and
ready for
cold.
snow.
Yeah, I'm ready for that, for real. So yeah, that's all a part of, living every year and being thankful that we're here, the first of the year makes me feel another way, y'all. But we'll get into it in one of those episodes because that's actually true. The first of the year people go through beginning of the year depression. You know what I mean?
Oh yes, because
It's
I think I do.
Yeah. So
seasonal.
I just feel like that. You see what I'm saying? I feel like that. And I think when time go by, so this is a good segue into our episode. Are you guys scared of aging?
I am.
No.
I am.
Yes and no.
Open-end questions are only allowed.
I don't mind aging, but I want to age and still have the mobility and still have the good quality of life. That's what I'm afraid of.
That.
I just wanted
And I say that only because at my age now, I'm experiencing some hip pain that I have, and I don't want it to get worse. So I'm doing all kinds of preventive measures, and of course I exercise, yoga, and different things to try to keep my body going. I'm taking supplements and all, but I'm just afraid that it might just lead to a road that I don't necessarily want it to lead to, and not being able to move and walk and do the things that I enjoy and want to do later on in life.
Yeah, so for me, it's similar to you, Keisha. For me, I just want to be able to do it gracefully. I don't be that older person that resents so much that I'm getting older, that I'm making other people miserable. I don't know how to ask for help when I need it. And, not being able to care for myself. I'm trying to do the things like Keisha said now that will kind of ward off some of the things that might, hinder me later. And so I'm fortunate that I don't have, other than some fat, I don't have any medical issues. I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have diabetes. I don't have high cholesterol. So I'm not in any of those categories, 5 years out from being 60, right? So my prayer is that I can continue that part on, but still aging gracefully, because sometimes some of us resent it so much, we turn it on others.
Yeah.
And so, again, we don't know how to ask for help when we need it. When people are helping us, we are just crotchety and just mean and nasty, and and you just don't know what that's going to look like. So every 85-year-old is not going to be jogging along Kelly Drive or the art museum steps and being able to run up and down. But can I feed myself? Can I, take myself to the bathroom? And, if it's me and my husband, will we be able to care for each other, and what that looks like?
Celeste?
So I guess I worry about those things a little bit. And it might be ignorant of me, but my mom's 85, and these folks live a long time, and they all are pretty much in good health. So if I keep myself focused, I think I can manage that. What makes me nervous is that the same care that we give our elders is not the same care we're going to get from these young folks. I just don't see it. And that makes me nervous. I mean, even in the store, You know, when you see the older person and you see somebody that's younger, there's no awareness. They're not conscious of it. They're just rude. I'm waiting for them to knock me over the head, take my pocketbook, because I just feel like they just, you know, and I don't mean that they're robbing you. They're just so angry about something. I don't know what it is. They have no patience. So I could see me being an older person and really being afraid of how I'm going to be treated and how, or am I going to be cared for? They don't even want to stay at a job long enough. So are they going to be skilled enough to take care of me in the hospital? And are they going to be patient enough? That's what makes me nervous. I know that sounds weird, y'all, but that's what I think about. I'm like,
not weird at all.
No.
Like, I'm a piggyback off of you. So it's like my mom is 85, okay? And when people see my mom, Josh, you saw my mom recently. My mom doesn't look like she's 85, and she's very spunky and stuff like that. I ask God to give me that grace too. You see what I'm saying? And I'm just fortunate that I don't have to care for my mom. But if I did, you know, I'm always going to care for my mom. You know, but I have that in between mixed emotions too, Celeste, because I think about a gamut of things. I think about the quality of healthcare being available, because I think that even though we're making strides and great margins to have the type of healthcare you need, I think it's also marginalized by who will be able to get it, because that's the way the society we live in. You know what I mean? Even as women of color, you know, we have to fight for a lot of things because we're not taken seriously. You know what I mean? And you know, like Chauncey said, you know, she's blessed not to have it. Well, I don't have that blessing. You know what I mean? I have things that I have to take care of, and because of that, I need to have quality, you know, insurance to keep, you know, so I can be viable. You know what I mean? So that's what I do worry about, Celeste. I also worry about my children's mental stability if they had to take care of me. That's a big one that I think about, because, you know, I think I have a more resilient mindset than they do. Nothing against them, because that's really how I raised them. And I was raised differently. You see what I'm saying? And if they had to take care of me, would they emotionally not be able to do it? You see what I'm saying? Because it would wear on them. So that's what I worry about, to be honest. You know, so, you know, that makes me kind of teary-eyed when I think about it, because, you know, I will always want them to have the best life they can possibly have, and happiness and joy. But I think about knowing them, what would happen. Go ahead, Chauncey.
So I was just going to say about, you know, being in a position to put long-term care, you know, in place for me and my husband. So it's one of those insurances that I put in place. And even though I did raise my kids in the same way that I was raised, that if you have to take care of your parents, then you care for them, right? Caring for them can look different. Do not be ashamed and do not feel bad. If you need to put me in a home, put me in a home. But if you put me in a home, come and see me. Come and make sure that I'm okay. Only because, you know, they'll take better care of me, knowing that people care about me and are coming
to check up on me.
Okay. Now, I say that because, you know, when you have a son, you have a daughter, they get married, you don't know who their spouses are going to be. So you even setting them up to take care of you sounds great until they're married to someone who doesn't feel the same way or doesn't have that same obligation. So I don't want them to put their marriage on the line to care for me. So therefore, hey, listen, but I'm talking to them about it. I've already had a conversation with them about it. These are what my desires are. This is what I would like to do. What do you think? I have watched the two of them care for people that they love very much, grandparents and everything, who've been sick and, you know, have passed away from cancers and all of that. And they do it with love and care, even being the age that they are and having families of their own. So, you know, putting that in place, but having that open, honest dialogue with your kids, with your spouse, especially with us as people of color, and putting down what we want in writing. It's okay that you tell them, but you need to put it in writing as well. because
Mhm.
we don't do that. We feel like it's morbid to talk about it. It's morbid to think about it, or we just take for granted what may happen. But it's important to have those conversations with our loved ones.
Well, I have it in writing, and so far right now, my son is married, and they made it clear that I'm coming to stay with them.
See?
I don't want to go.
Right.
I don't want to go. I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat tofu. I don't want to be limited on what I need to do, because I can hear the conversations that they're having. When I talk about with my mom, I pretty much let her. She cares for herself, so I kind of go with the flow a lot. They go, I wouldn't let you do that, huh? Or you wouldn't be watching TV all night. Or you're not going to be wearing it. That makes me nervous.
Yeah,
And
that
then
would make me nervous. That would make me nervous.
they have their own different idea
Yeah.
of the way stuff is.
Well,
And then they don't believe in medicine, right? So they're like, this herb and that herb. When I get older, I might need some medicine. And then if I go to the nursing home, are these people even compassionate? I'm just going to be honest with you. Some of them are just doing a job.
Some of them are not.
They are, but listen, y'all. But listen again. You mess around and go to the house, and then now they got the kids, and now they fed you on Monday, but you don't eat again until Thursday, and that's such a kid's
They're
house.
not gonna put me. They're not gonna put me in the house, in the corner, in the room, and they kids come in there and steal my money and stuff. I ain't letting them have that. No, that's what makes me nervous. I'm not gonna be able to control either one.
That
You're
is
not gonna
hilarious.
control any of it, and that's why I'm having the conversation.
That makes me nervous.
If you have the dialogue with them now, if that time comes, they might do what you ask them to do, but you just never know.
Don't
Let
know.
me tell you, y'all just scare me more. I'm just not gonna lie. Y'all scare me even more, because I'm trying to think about even like how I bathe and stuff, and how they be like that's excessive and all these things like that. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to keep up with all my routines. I don't want you
They're
taking
not gonna do that.
oh no, bye. Don't do that, because it's not going to good for your skin. I said it's good for my skin. Why?
They're not gonna do that.
I told you that. You know what I mean?
My grandmother told my aunt one time, "What you trying to do? Scrub it off?"
My grandma told me that too, because one time I was bathing my grandma, and because she was up in age, and I wanted to give her a good bath. She wanted to sleep really good. She said, "Oh, them little bony hands is rough. What you doing? Take my skin off?" Right?
Oh, yeah, they don't like. Yeah, they can't handle that.
So my point is, we think that that's what we want. We want our kids to take care of us, but if they have to take care of us in that way, it's not. We don't feel good. When my grandmother, she wasn't able to speak anymore by the time she went into the nursing home and had her stroke. But when we went to go clean her or to wash her up, she had this fear of, over her face or whatever, because she didn't want us doing it. She wanted the people who were there, even though she never believed in nursing homes, because if she had her way, she would have been in her own house. But the fact that we were doing it versus them doing it is what terrified her. That must have been some sort of emotion it drew up for her. So she would rather have had the nurse do it, where we thought we were doing something and doing it ourselves. So we eventually caught on and we let them do it. But yeah, so I have long-term care in place so that at least if I can be in my home, I'll have the funds available to pay for someone to come in private, as opposed to having to go to a facility. So
that's the good thing about a lot of insurances too. That's an option now. You know what I mean? When it really wasn't an option, probably way back when. They're kind of looking, because facilities do have limitations. You know what I mean? And sometimes you get in the comfort of the home and have somebody come, so you can smoke them over. Because if you come in to steal, rob, and attack me, then I know somebody in this house is going to catch you. You know what I mean? So I got a better chance than me sit up at Holly Oaks convalescent home, and y'all ain't bathed me, and I'm breaking down. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of resources, but it's still, you still have
Right.
fear.
It's a threat I give
To
to
be
my
honest, are we all, thinking about, life without us being here? You know what I mean? because that's the bigger picture, you know, because that's what you're coming to. My cousin always used to say, you know, we're on the other side of the curtain now. Once you get past 50, you're on the other side of that curtain. So yeah, she said that you're on the other side of that curtain. You're not the headliner anymore. You're behind that curtain, and you're going backwards and backwards. You know, so I think that puts fear in, you know, of the unknown. But you know, this was a great episode.
Yeah, I've threatened the parents with Shady Pines before, so you know, I let them know. I'm sending you over there with Sophia and the Golden Girls if you don't act right.
I know that's right.
That's how I want to go out with Golden Girls.
Too.
A bunch of, yeah, because we can look out for each other. Maybe one of us can't see too good, but the other one walk better. The other one can't taste, but the other one, yeah, you know, if I got to go out like that. But I'm gonna tell you, I have a solution to all of this, y'all.
What?
Bringing me in a young boy. Yeah, I'm gonna marry him. I'm gonna negotiate.
All right, Cher. Okay, Cher.
Get all my money and all my stuff, except for what I give to my kids. But this is what you got to do. You got to take care of me. My kids got to check in with you because I don't want them doing much for me. Yeah. I can see me not eating tofu.
I can see that though. You know, that's probably why a lot of women, seasoned women, do get them a younger man. You know what I mean? Make you feel youthful. You know what I mean?
But it's just no guarantee they're gonna take care of you. They might take all your too.
Well, I want him to love me. I ain't just gonna get him just because he's young, but I wanna, because there's somebody might, I don't know what the answer is, Chauncey, but I know it scares the death out of me. It scares me.
Don't let it scare you,
and that
makes
me nervous.
If we're fortunate, we'll get there, right? Don't let it frighten you. Just conversate. Just conversate. Tell them what you want and be honest up front.
You treat me bad now.
Oh God.
I say, you know what? I think I want me one of them hamburgers. No, you're not gonna eat that. Don't get your mother that. She don't need that.
You should say, that's why I have my own damn car.
But I can drive and get my own stuff.
I can get my own stuff. Hell, I can do the same thing y'all do. I can have it bring it to the front door. Guess what? How about that? You don't like that too bad. Look, I want to make that crystal clear. Don't y'all ever think that y'all gonna stop me from doing what I want to do. Eat, run, scream, whatever. Don't be none of that. And don't think you'll put me in the back room somewhere. As long as my finger work, I can call somebody. And they come take me where I want to be and leave y'all where y'all at. So I ain't disturbing y'all peace.
She's serious about that there. Her neck going and everything.
You can't have that, Mom. I'm going to give you one leaf of lettuce today. Like, that's your damn mind? I'm going to be like them people on Instagram. Look, the old lady sitting, I'm be cursing my butt off and my mouth going to say, what you say? I'm gonna be cursed my butt off.
But that's what they turn around and tell you. You know, they beat old people now. See, that's the thing.
Oh God, you try that. You try that. Look, it ain't gonna work out favorable. Like my grandma used to say. My grandma used to say she knew people that come and get you. We never knew who those people were, but she used to say people. We used to say, who is they?
I'm not proud of this, but I tell you, I've experienced in my family. You know, there's always one cousin that's doing some crazy stuff. And he really, as far as I can tell, he was really taking advantage of the monies.
Oh, I definitely had that in my family. Yes.
So I got really in my feelings about that. And I try to maneuver things so that, you know, I can protect myself in case I'm not able to verbalize what's going on. My kids need to know like how to move with my money. So I set my grandkids down, and I don't know why I did this, y'all. This is just some funny shit. And I told them, I said, if I even think, and you know when you're old, you don't think clear sometimes. If I even think, I'm gonna shoot you in your pinky toe, because that's just the plan. And they looking at me like, what? I said, I'm gonna shoot you because I don't want to shoot you to kill you because I might be wrong. But if I even think, I'm gonna shoot you in your pinky toe. They're looking at me like, damn.
They can still walk without their pinky toe, so it's all right.
I just want them to know that I really
did it in Harlem Nights.
Yeah. Don't take nothing from me. Ask me for it. Do not take it.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, because we should have a better relationship than that.
Exactly. And when
Yeah.
you get to a certain age, you don't need all that money. You want it because it's yours, but you ain't spending it.
Yeah.
And not only that, but if you don't have that kind of relationship with your kids, you definitely need to put some plans in place.
Mhm.
And
Because you
for
gotta
the-
protect yourself. You do.
Yeah, because if you don't have that kind of relationship, and then also don't assume because you did everything for them growing up that they're going to do
Oh,
everything.
heck
for
no.
you.
Oh, no.
So do not
But
have.
we've taken care of everything on paper.
Yep. So just,
Everything's
and
on
again,
paper.
if you know that you ain't close with your kids like that, you better put something
Mhm.
in place. That would be my advice.
Yeah. But
All
I'm
right.
planning on spending it all before I leave this world.
A lot of people do. A lot of people do. That's
I
why.
might leave an IOU.
And guess
Just like an IOU.
you
Not
might
an
need all
IOU.
the ducats you got to have to help care for yourself. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
You gotta get out here and hustle too and do whatever you gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they make you exhaust your funds before they put you in them nursing homes, you know.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
if you have the funds to cover it, so just
That's
depends.
a lot of funds.
Because it's expensive.
That's
Very,
a lot of funds.
very.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, ladies, great episode. As always.
All right now.
So who's joining me on the porch tonight? Da-da-da-da.
Your girl Celeste.
And this is your girl Chauncey. Don't be afraid of aging. Just prepare.
This is your girl Keisha. Find the beauty in aging.
Oh, yeah. And I'm your girl Kimmy. And joining me tonight is the ladies of Let's Chit Chat Sis. Join us every Wednesday when we drop a new episode. And check us out on our social media pages as we age gracefully. Have a wonderful week on purpose. Take care.